Thanks for staying tuned. I'm Stanford Howard with the November 4th Monday edition of the HGP Sportscast. Ryan McKinnon and Ray B. Harry ruled on the range in the BM South Guyana Sport Shooting Foundation Costume Steel Challenge. More in this report. At the weekend, the who is who of the game showed up creatively dressed in their Halloween costume to display their skill and expertise on the range in the 4 steel challenges. The first was the 5 to go, which upon start signal from box A, engaged the target plates in any order, then engaged the stop plate. The second stage was the showdown, during which shooters engaged target plates in any order, then engaged the stop plate. The requirement was that 2 runs should be made from box A, 2 runs should be made from box B, and the 5th run be made by any of either box A or box B at the shooter's choice. The third stage was titled Smoke and Hope, and the 4th, Speed Option. In what started off as a hot sunny day, quickly developed into overcast conditions. The targets waited patiently in the distance to be slain by the creatively dressed Superman, FBI agent, policewoman, mask, schoolboy, and the no-strings-attached guitar player, as well as many more characters. This section was played in 2 divisions, the limited and production. When the dust settled and the last bullet was fired in the limited division, Ryan McKinnon was crowned winner with a time of 74.30 seconds, with just 10.1 seconds less than second place winner John Pang. The lone woman in the competition, Vidishi Prasad McKinnon, came in third with a time of 114.24 seconds. Meanwhile, in the production division, Ray B. Harry pipped Andrew Pang by 2.89 seconds to take top honors, along with Michael Blake with a distant third of 126.32 seconds. In the unclassified beginners category, Iman Bacchus took first spot with a time of 120.20 seconds. In second place, Ralston Adams with a time of 147.29 seconds. And then third, Sata Diram with a time of 163.25 seconds. For HGP Sport, I am Stanford Howard. Now with some golf. Mahendranath Tiwari is champion in the Makarup's 14th annual golf tournament at the weekend. Jaden Samuel was at the Lozignan Golf Club and filed this report.
Under clear skies, Mahendranath pushed himself to the front of some 60 golfers with a majestic net 65 of handicap 14 in the 14th edition of Makarup's annual golf tournament. Competition in the A flight was intense, with 3 veterans tying for the first place, with a former Guyana Open champion as well as a Canadian Golfer of the Year 2018, Suknan Jaipal, claiming an impressive 4th with 1 stroke more. The tie was resolved on back 9 performances and resulted in Patrick Prashad, former captain and easily Luzignan Golf Club's most consistent golfer of the year, edging out his rivals. Final results. First, Patrick Prashad, net 67, handicap 9. Second, Kasim Khan, net 67, handicap 8. And third, Mike Mangle, former Guyana Open champion, net 67, handicap 9. The large group flight, the 10 to 18, was also marked with fascinating competitiveness. Barring the winner of the flight, 9 golfers shared only a 4-point difference between them. 2 ties each at net 68 and at net 70, and 3 ties at net 71 showed a great battle took place for the top spots in this flight. Tournament champion was Mahendranath Tiwari with his overall best net score of 65. The best grossed 75, and the longest drive prizes were won by Avinder Kishore, while the nearest to the pin was won by Vidish Prasad, who went on to score a birdie at that hole. Jaden Samuels, HGP Sport.
With some football news, St. Agnes clinched 2019 Courts Pee-wee football with Susdike Primary taking 3rd place at the Ministry of Education ground at the weekend. More in this report. After just 6 weeks of competition and 68 matches in the 2019 tournament, ended with a new champion over the weekend. The finals, which was slated to be played between Georgetown and St. Agnes, were changed due to one of the players being above the age limit, which led to the disqualification of the team. This made way for Genesis to clash with Agnes. The match ended at a 0-0 at full time despite St. Agnes creating play after play to score goals, but it was a strong defense of Genesis that led to the stalemate despite coming up with some plays of their own. With extra time on the clock, it took just 5 minutes into the tournament for MVP Darius Chester to fire a low shot across the net, the only goal in the final to secure the win and the 2019 Pee Wee football tournament. In the third place playoffs, Suzac Primary defeated Tugville in a similar 1-0 fashion, with the lone goal being netted in the 9th minute of extra time by Jaden Tasha. Jamal Fraser of St. Pius scored the most goal in the tournament, a tally of 18. He, along with Sunday Garrison, who was awarded the best goalkeeper of the tournament, receive an Android tablet each for their standout performances in the 8th edition of the tournament. For HGP Sport, I am Stanford Howard. Former FIFA referee Otis James has been elected president of the Georgetown Football Association following the hosting of an extraordinary general meeting held on Sunday at the Pegasus Hotel. Sunday's successful meeting was necessary as a result of the continuing lack of activity on a non-functional executive committee in the GFA over the past 3 years. A GFF-appointed IMC came into being in July of 2018 in accordance with the guidelines and provisions of Article 2D and E of the FIFA statutes. Now for table tennis. Table tennis in Guyana will have an esteemed service of Cuban coach Osdin Romero Garcia for the next 2 months. The details in this Jaden Samuels report.
The Cuban tennis coach has started his stint here on Friday last, and for the next 8 weeks will work with the locals to raise the standard of local table tennis. Romero is attached to an impressive resume which boasts top-flight coaching in Venezuela and guiding Cuba to the Caribbean Women's title held here in Guyana back in March this year. Introducing the Spanish-speaking International Table Tennis Federation Level 1 certified coach was head of the Guyana Table Tennis Association, Godfrey Monroe. Monroe explained that Coach Garcia will be working with as many players as possible, up to about 2 sessions per day, and will also oversee the ongoing school's Pathway project. On completion of his 2-month stint, his findings and recommendations on what he believes is needed for the further development of local table tennis will be submitted to the Guyana Table Tennis Association. Jaden Samuels, HGP Sport.
And finally, in cricket, there was a thrilling end to the West Indies women's first Colonial Medical Insurance ODI series at the weekend. Jaden Samuels has more.
The West Indies women opened their international home series against India with a thrilling 1-run victory in the first Colonial Medical Insurance One-Day International. In front of thousands of Antiguans and Barbudans celebrating their country's 38th independence anniversary, the West Indies women won the toss and elected to bat first. It was another special day as local girl Shanisha Hector made her debut, as was Alia Alin. A solid opening partnership between Natasha McLean and Stacey King provided the foundation for the eventual 225 for 7 total. McLean went on to make her second one-day international half-century before falling for a 51. In response, India was all out for 224, giving the West Indies women and Antigua a thrilling and memorable victory. Most importantly, the West Indies women picked up 2 vital ICC Women's Championship points, which now total 9. Play will continue on Wednesday, November 6 at the same venue. Jaden Samuels, HGP Sport.
And that's all we have for this edition of the HGP Sportscast. But do remember, many men go fishing all of their lives without knowing that is not fish they're after. Over to you, Javon. Goodbye.